Hi there, everyone. I'm not sure if anyone's going to show up for live for this because I inadvertently scheduled it for 8 p.m., not a.m. But for those of you who come around, you know I'm usually on this time. But anyway, if you're watching the replay, I'm just going to go through a few things. So thanks for coming for that, too. It is just a couple minutes before 8, but I realized that it was 8 p.m., so I thought, well, I better just start anyway. Close enough, right? I want to show you guys, well, for starters, you can kind of see this shirt. It's a bit, I'm going to stand up a little bit. It's what my kids call me. My daughter got it made. Hi, Katie. I guess you figured out my boo-boo. I just clicked the wrong thing, I guess, when I was setting it up. I was kind of doing it in a hurry yesterday. Oh. Apologies for my runny eye. Oh, hi, Lisa. Awkward Kilter George is here. Thanks very much for coming in. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I have the window open because it's warm in here, but it's super windy outside right now. My sister has a Cricut, I think, for doing vinyl. So my daughter went in there and had a craft day. She made one for my son, some Lord of the Rings thing, one dad to rule them all or something. And the kids have made us this. Somebody's Etsy shop, you just send them a photo and then they make it like this. It's almost like a print, right? That's our old dog Max in the back. This is from them at the bottom of the stairs when Ferris was almost full grown. And the look on Max's face is like, oh, for. He was only tolerant of his little brother. That was all. Lisa says they have a Maximus too, but he's a German Shepherd. The kids wanted to name him Maximus after that horse Entangled because we got him in 2012 and our kids are littler. But by the time he was full grown, he was also 110 pounds, so he kind of suited it. I'm kind of working on projects today too. I just wanted to show you guys. First of all, I don't know when I bought this fabric. Could have been way back in 2019 even. I'm reading the selvage here. I'll put it this way. It's like birch trees. Sort of wintry, has a little bit of silver metallic sparkle. It is called Winter White Solstice by Linnea Washburn for Robert Kaufman. And there was a panel that came with it with various animals. And I used one of them at the time, and I cannot remember what it was or who I even gave it to. And I thought that I had made this one for my daughter, but I guess I didn't. So with Debbie is here. Good morning. She says they don't have any pets. She's sort of a neighbor of mine in the vicinity of where I live. I dug out all this stuff and realized that I already had borders on these bunnies, but look at the top. It's fixed. I had the top and bottom birdies upside down. So obviously I did it and went, and put it away. So I'm going to finish it up. It is measured yesterday. It's 15 by 13. Let's stick it back up on the wall. And what I thought I would do, because I have the owl panel as well. This one's going to go on the back, and then you can have it interchangeable. But I put a border around it because I couldn't get it straight with the little border that was on here. It just wasn't lining up properly and squaring up. Oh, thank you, Katie. She says, lovely fabric. This is, here, I'll show you closer with the big piece. The dark fabric is this turquoisey grunge. Looks kind of green in the camera, but not. It's not. It's a nice dark turquoise. And when I turn the other camera on in a little bit, I'll switch it to show you guys the wall because I have 2 more panels that I'm going to work on. I'm kind of doing them all together. I thought I would assemble and then quilt them afterwards. So I have to sew the 2 borders. It's the same birdie fabric. I'm going to sew the 2 borders on here, and I got to cut a little bit more, and then I'm going to make it basically like the rabbits, but not exactly, and 15 by 13. So with Debbie says, love the color and grunges. So versatile. Yeah, you're right. It goes with almost everything. And my apologies, everyone, but sometimes in the morning my eye runs a little bit. I don't want it going down my face. What's everybody else working on right now? My daughter also made me one of those chunky blankets, like that finger knitting, make it like a chain, but it's out on the couch and it's really heavy. So I'll just show you guys sometime when I'm out there filming. Doesn't seem like much. By the time you try and lift it, it's like, ugh. Okay. I'm going to switch to the other camera so you can see me sewing, but it doesn't have sound on it, so we're going to go from here. Lisa says, I'm working and cheating by watching you. It's Friday. Later on, today's my dad's actual birthday. He's 80 today, so we're going to go for dinner later. And then tomorrow is the party, and that's when I'm going to give him the quilt. We have to go ahead a little bit earlier to, help them put stuff out and everything. Oh, Vintage Style by Joe. Good morning, Joanne. Joanne has got an excellent video from a couple of days ago about how to make stuffed pet beds. I'm so stealing it and doing it. Everybody go check it out. Hopefully I'll remember after this live is done, and I'll put that video in my description box. But in the meantime, if you want to hunt up her channel and go find it. Okay, just a second. I'm switching cameras 1 second. There we go. There, you can see the owls a little closer. Aren't they cute? The whole thing's about family, so it's like babies and stuff, right? Animals and babies. Let me just get this done here. I'll put it aside later to cut up more birdie fabric. I didn't measure the other panels yet, but I'll grab my ruler and do that. They're longer and wider. I think all the panels wound up actually being something like, 12 inches tall. I'm not sure. But that tree fabric, that goes upright, so I have to cut it lengthwise, not widthwise. Otherwise, my trees are going to be sideways on the back. I have more than enough. It should be fine. Right now I'm sewing this on with cream Aurifil, but I think I have a light blue, like an icy wintry blue, like, I don't know, Gutermann or something from whenever. Probably from when I did the first thing, but I can't remember. I'll check back on the chat in a sec when I'm done sewing here. There we go. There. Press it momentarily. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lisa. She's got to do a work call. Thanks for popping in. Oh, and Melissa from Practically Creative has joined us. Thank you, Melissa. It's good to see you. So with Debbie says, if you need scrap bedding for a pet bed, let me know. I'm probably good, actually, Debbie, but I'm planning on doing what Joe did and just I save up little stuff, but I think I'm going to have to be saving up littler bits, right, for stuffing. I'll just get a big bag or something and put it all in that. Oh, thank you, Melissa. She says, paid the rent. And Debbie's working on a FPP project. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to come by your channel and have a look at it. Melissa, I'm just working on winter-y themed projects. I'm trying to get stuff out of the way that I already have. Make it go away. Okay, first, just bear with me for a sec while I press that, and I'm going to switch that other camera so you can see the wall with those other panels I was talking about, because now you only have a kind of view of the rainbow string quilt, which will be done at some point. Haha. It's going to be one of those works in progress for a while, I think. Come on. Okay, now we'll go from the back. Oopsie. Don't be doing that. Okay. Just a minute. We've decided to not work now. There we go. Okay, now that the other camera's aimed properly, I'm going to switch for a second. Oh, Debbie says my project is for QuiltCon swap, so it's a secret. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to watch your video afterwards then. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm switching cameras so you guys can see, and then I'll explain. There we go. Okay, so it's backwards, obviously, but you guys get the idea. So the one with the deer, that's for a friend of mine. It says family, and the family is in kind of like the birch wood, sort of. It's hard to see. And I'm going to give the white wolf to my mom because she has like cooler tones in her house. But for those two panels, all I'm going to do is back them with that wood fabric so that it's upright. There's more than sufficient. And I'm going to make binding with the grunge. So it'll be like a small border, but I'm not actually going to put a border on it. I'm just going to make binding with it. Does that make sense? Okay, switching back now. There. Because you all don't need to see the back of my head either. Okay, let's put the pins away. Ah. Wait. Oh, yes, thank you, Joe. Joe says they're very pretty. I'm sure there's likely, excuse me, some other newer line every year for this. I'm pretty sure I bought them in 2019 or maybe very early in 2020. I honestly do not remember. But Robert Kaufman comes out with their holiday flourishes every Christmas that always match up like just fine. So maybe they come out with the wintertime stuff that matches up, possibly. I don't know. Since I had this sitting around, I haven't actually looked. And I just bought that turquoise grunge because it kind of went with the darker wintry turquoisey tones in the panels. It's almost a dead match for like the little border on the bunnies. It's not quite as dark, but it's close enough. Joe says, love Robert Kaufman. Me too. It's good quality. That's probably what I'm going to use for that Christmas quilt that I'm going to make for myself. For those of you that know Fallon from So Be It Quilts, is her free design. You can get it from her video. I was talking about it in my last live, and Laura Lynn from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop has already downloaded the pattern. I think her moderator, Allison Johnson, is going to do it too. Her channel is Alice Seen Stitching. Maybe Gisela from Sweden, because she was on my live 2 weeks ago and was talking about it. We'll probably do like a summertime start thing, but I'm sure I have enough stuff in my stash to do it. I have to look and see. I have to check the pattern for the yardage and all that. I might have to get more of the lighter background. Like that's what you do, the tree part and the background part. Because I have been using, I had a huge whack of backgrounds like light ivory cream with gold stars. I've been using it up a ton. It's the background for table runners. It's all kinds of stuff. So I've been using a ton of it. So I don't have a load of it left. So I might have to get that. But as far as reds and greens, I likely have enough. Yes, Debbie, that's kind of what I'm thinking. She says we'll need to look at the pattern. Could it be scrappy? Let me just grab it because I got the pattern relatively handy. Hold on. It's this one. Christmas Star Quilt. And Fallon did her video early November, I think. It's big. It comes out 72 by 72. Well, I'm going to make it for the bed. But yeah, you could totally do it scrappy. Like, see, she has the background is like this and the tree, but you could do this green, whatever you wanted. You can do the red star, whatever you wanted. The border is like piano key style. And then she's got sawtooth stars in the corners to match this one. And it's free. So if you want to join us, Debbie, I'll put your name down. I'm going to make like a formal video. I haven't done it yet. I talked about this last live about, hey, let's look at this pattern and who wants to be in and blah, blah, blah. Upcoming, maybe in a week or two. I'm not sure. I sort of see what I got time to do. But we'll probably do like a summertime thing, Christmas in July type deal. And I don't know how we're going to even start it. That's got to be figured out. Like who wants to, we could all do a Zoom at some point in time and somebody can host and then give everybody else the file and then we can all put it on our channels or whatever. I only have free Zoom, so I can't host it. Unfortunately. Camera's going weird for a second. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought, Debbie. It'd be fun to do as a collab. Anybody that wants to join us is. And then as we go, we could just post our progress and link each other. Obviously, we'd have to think of some common hashtag so we'd all link together, but you can still put links in your description box easily enough. Just link everyone's channel and then, right? Know what I mean? And then finish it up, like have like another reveal together in like mid-November-ish. That sort of gets us Canadians past Remembrance Day and the long weekend and all that, and it isn't quite up to the Thanksgiving for my American friends. So somewhere in mid-ish November, we can do the ta-da video. But I thought if we started, we could at least say, hey, we're all making this pattern and this is my fabric and, you know, something like that. And we probably can all use it out of our stash. Hold on, wait, hang on. My glasses are bad. And I apologize for weird light, but it's really kind of dark and cloudy and gloomy and windy and gross today. But it's not that cold. It's like 5 degrees or something. But next week is supposed to get cold. We're going to have a cold snap. Which figures because school goes back in on Monday. There's been a couple of times a few years ago now, because my kids were still in school and my son graduated from high school in 2019. So this is a while back now. But there were a couple of times where school was ready to go back in and overnight on the Sunday before we had snow and a significant amount. And the problem with that is it's probably would be okay for like getting around, but with school being out, none of the maintenance people could get out to plow in time. And then it became a safety hazard for people entering school property, and the school district doesn't want to get sued and all that kind of stuff. So they said, nope, you're not going back today. Okay. Melissa says, I can't do this one because I'm involved in a couple of other collabs. Let me know when you do another one, though, please. Sure, Melissa, no problem. Yeah, there's stuff going on all the time. I'm probably going to do some kind of string quilt collab in May with Brenda from Mount Scrapmore and a couple other people. We haven't figured out the details. That's going to be coming up. And Debbie, who lives west of me, closer to Vancouver, says, high dark cloud, looks like rain. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. At some point today, it's going to rain. It just hasn't done it right now. But yeah, it's really windy. Can you guys even hear that? It just sounds really loud to me, but maybe the mic's not picking it up. Let me get rid of that. Oh, and the garbage man's coming around. You can hear that behind us. Friday's garbage day. Okay, so now that the owls have two borders, that's what it looks like. So now I just have to border the sides. And I don't know that this is going to wind up exactly 13 by 15. But I will make this and the bunny to be the same size. I will use whatever scrap bedding I have. And I will quilt it with something. I don't know. Wiggly lines or something. I haven't decided that yet. And I will use this for the binding. And it's done. And my daughter can put it on her coffee table or whatever she wants. And she's already said to me, Mom, I need a Valentine's table runner. So that's going to be coming up sometime too. I kind of have an idea though. I found, oh shoot, I got to look back in all my videos that I've liked because I found an X's and O's pattern. I mean, I know you can do that. It's just stitch and flip and get it all oriented the right way. But I wanted to actually have a visual to sort of follow before I did it myself. And I'm pretty sure that I have enough Valentine fabric from last year because I made a mug rug last year, but I got lots left. And I also think that the pink I used in my dad's sudoku quilt will be a pretty close enough match for the pinks in the Valentine fabric. It may be a little bit too dusky pink, possibly. It's crappy light. That's the pink from the sudoku quilt. I think it'll be okay. Close enough anyway. Maybe I can do backing or something, whatever. And I was just talking yesterday with Sylvia Martinez on, whose live was I on? That all blurs in my mind now. Anyway, whatever. Oh, I know. Katie's, yes. Katie was sewing with Sean from The Guy Who Sews. Katie the Greenland Quilter. Right. Her live last night. And a bunch of those people watching were already doing a puzzle mystery quilt. I might do one of those sometime. I know, Debbie, that you do them. And how did you find the shipping and all that for getting to Canada? That's the only thing that's holding me back because they're kind of expensive and we don't have a lot of extra right now after Christmas and all. And a couple other things like a new hot water heater we were not planning on. That was a September expense. Oh, yay. Oh, sorry, Debbie. The puzzle mystery quilts. You do those, don't you? I thought I saw that on your channel. How did you find the shipping to Canada? I wouldn't mind doing one of them sometime because they look neat, but it's kind of the cost that's holding me back right now. Oh, I thought, oh, sorry. I could have sworn I saw that on your channel. Maybe it was somebody else's. Anyway, it's in the back of my mind for some time. Cotton Cuts. Yeah, right? Isn't that them? The Cotton Cuts, Melissa. Oh, Debbie only does free sew-alongs. Okay. Well, see, that's what I'm kind of sticking with, too, just because of, I don't know, maybe someday. We actually had to cancel our cruise they were supposed to do in the spring, too, because the final payment date's coming up at the end of January, and we don't have the money right now. So due to unforeseen other things like the hot water heater. So, but it was booked just to be like let's just do this just in case for the heck of it kind of deal. End of April, we would have been gone for my mom's birthday on May the 3rd. It would have been fun, but we've already been to Alaska 3 times. We don't really need to go 4 times. And in 2025, it's our 30th anniversary and we're going to Maui. So that's more important than just going to Alaska for the heck of it this spring. Oh, and Melissa says, I'm not doing any more of them. I'll finish what I already have. Yeah, good idea. I got to email Katie too, because I'm not sure if I can purchase the pattern for the polar bear from Legit Kits. Because they don't do PDFs anymore, which is stupid, but they have some deal with Joanne's or something. So I don't know. And again, that's also expensive and in US dollars, which makes it even worse for me. So I don't know that I can do that with her. I want to do it for my brother-in-law though, because he loves polar bears. And he's actually my husband's brother-in-law, and he's older than us by a lot, early 60s, and he's starting to slip a little bit upstairs. So I wanted to do that for him while he still remembered who I was. But that might have to wait a little bit still. I wasn't about to buy the kit. I just wanted the pattern. There's a pretty good store in Abbotsford that has a ton of Kona solids. And prices are reasonable. So I was going to go buy my fabric there. Oh, this coffee's getting cold. Sorry, guys, you get me as I am. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything else I got to tell you. What are we at time-wise? 31 minutes. Okay, yes, overseas. That's it, Debbie. Overseas fabric. It is on. Shoot. I forget the street. I should look it up again. Yeah, sorry, mine's a blank right now. Melissa says, Kelly, are you determined to do it FPP? Yes. I like doing FPP. I have the Violet Craft Wolf ready to go. I should be doing that because I got all the fabric and everything. I'm just like planning ahead, right? So with Debbie, you can order online and they have flat rate shipping. Overseas does? Oh, that's good to know. But it's not, Abbotsford's not that far away. I don't mind going. I can even take the bus there. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, Debbie. Yes, she says yes, they do. All right, good to know. I have done orders from Dinky Doo in Maple Ridge too, because they're a little harder for me to get to. They're pretty good. But Abbotsford's, yeah, that's just down the road. Okay, Melissa says, Vintage Style by Joe. I have a tough time with the cotton cuts instructions. Some of the colors are too close for my brain to get. Oh, yeah, see, there is that too, Melissa. My brain doesn't function all that great sometimes and things like that. Sylvia at Unime FPP will custom make you an FPP pattern if you have a picture to reference. Yes, yeah, she does a good job of it too, actually. Yep. Like if you have a picture of your pet or something like that. Yeah, she's good at it. I got to talk to my sister too. If we can maybe work together on a quote for my mom, because she's a year younger than my dad, and her birthday's in May. So next year she turns 80. So me and my sister might have to meet in Abbotsford and go to overseas. Joe says, yeah, that's so hard to follow sometimes. Yeah, I'll have to look into it a bit more before I decide to do it. But anyway, Sylvia Martinez was one. She. I don't know if you guys know her. I don't know her that well, but kinda. She lives in Alaska in the summer and in Mexico in the wintertime. So we'd have to sort of time ourselves correctly too. But we talked about it. Hey, maybe we should do this because she hasn't done one either and was thinking about it. So I don't know. It might come off. Melissa says, I'm not good at FPP. I prefer applique. Yeah, I like applique too, but I don't mind FPP. My brain gets it, thankfully. The largest thing I did was that Bernie's Mountain Dog head. You can kind of see it up there. That's like 5 pieces put together. I blew it up to be 16 inches square because the pattern was originally 12 inches square. And at the time I did the pattern, my husband had a big plotter for doing big drawings. It cacked it and died, and we had to take it to the dump. But at the time, it was easy to blow the pattern up. So that's what I did to make it a little bit bigger. And previous to that, I did a couple of those patterns from Fandom and Stitches. Jennifer, her name escapes me. Anyway, she had Harry Potter patterns that at the time were free. I don't know if they still are. Hedwig, the Sorting Hat, and a candle. And that was from my sister-in-law's bookcase quilt. Those are all FPP. So with Debbie says she likes FPP and does tests for a couple of Etsy sellers. Oh, that's good. That's cool. I have to do a little bit of applique coming up because I'm going to make a friend a St. Patrick's Day mug rug. And I have a pattern for green shamrock. So I'm going to cut that out and satin stitch around it. And use that as part of the mug rug. But that's just little though. My long armor across the street, she designs patterns for applique. They're really cute, actually. And I've saved a bunch of them. She's done a series where she releases one at the beginning of the month and it's free, but you can go back and buy them and they're not that expensive. Pumpkinpatchbc.com, I think. Pumpkinpatchquiltbc.com, something like that. I'll try and find her link and put it in the description box because she's done monkeys and hedgehogs and penguins. Something else. I saved the penguins because I thought they were all cute. The monkeys would be cute for a baby quilt, probably. I think I only did those. I didn't really like the hedgehogs that much. I'm not into hedgehogs. I also got to make a couple more of those quick bags for my daughter and her friend before they go on their cruise in March. They're easy enough to whip off, though. Not that hard. I think I have it down to a science now. I've done so many of them. Well, those are just upcoming things I got to do. Okay. That's about it. I'm just going to keep working away on the stuff I've got in progress and the stuff I have in my stash and carry on. Melissa says she used to pattern test bags for a French pattern maker. It's fun. Oh, that's cool, Melissa. Vintage Style by Joe says the monkey would be cute for a diaper bag. Definitely. Yeah, I'll get her link and I'll put it in the description box. Here, let me make notes. Oh, I lost my pen again. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, links for Joe's pet bed. And Beatrice's website. Okay. And I won't forget. Because, I'm getting old and my brain doesn't hold things as well as it used to. Debbie says that would have been fun. Have done a few smaller bag tests, all for free patterns. Yeah, free patterns are good. Melissa says the last one I did, the pattern wouldn't go together because of a curve. The whole tester group tried to fix that and it couldn't. Oh, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Ugh. The bags I was making in the spring, I was following a free pattern from Jordan Fabrics. Donna Jordan uses cat panels. They're big, like they're black with like white drawn cats on them. If you want to go find her video. That's what I was following to make all these bags. She doesn't really have a pattern per se. It's just she explains how she does it. And then my videos, I was explaining like how I was doing pockets. You can change them up however you want. Pockets inside, pockets outside, both. Whatever. They're not that hard to do. And they're good for traveling because the only thing that's kind of firmish in them is some batting in the handle. So you can fold it easy or roll it up in a tube and shove it in your suitcase and just go. Put your stuff in it. For carrying around while you're on vacation. No sunglasses, sunscreen, your book, whatever. Melissa says she gets how Donna Jordan writes patterns usually. Yeah, I've done a bunch of her free ones. They're very easy to follow. The layered chops, that's the one I just did in the summer. That was the recent one. That was easy. I did her alternating jelly roll race size. It's like a vertical one. I did that for my nephew. And the step ladder quilt. That was the first one of theirs I did. They're all super easy to follow. Vintage Style by Joe says, I'm still working, getting better with zippers for my bags. I have not tried that yet. And Melissa says, Joe, I use tape or glue to hold my zippers in place. Dry glue before sewing. That's a good idea. Yeah, keep them in the right spot so they don't wiggle around while you're trying to sew. Okay, good to know. If I ever decide to do zippers, Melissa, I might email you. If I get stuck. Somewhere down the road, I probably will. Zipper pouches are a great way to practice. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people do those too. Pardon you guys. It's only 8:39 for me, so I'm kind of... Okay, Melissa says she has at least one video on it. On pouches, yes, I've seen so many of your videos, though, Melissa, I can't remember, but I'll go back and look. Make sure I do it right, but I still might have to email and bug you. Until I do something once, I'm kind of like... It's sort of... I have to like physically do it, and then it sticks better. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's why I had trouble with that sudoku quilt, because I wasn't even thinking about having the gray strips only in the middle part, not the outside, because of course that's where the black goes. Duh. But did I think of that at the beginning? No. I was merrily sewing away with gray strips and went, wait a minute. Pick. But there you go. See, but that was my own pattern I was drumming up out of my head as I went along. So that's why I messed it up. Okay, so 8:41. I've been on for 45 minutes. I think I better kill this now. I don't have anything else to show you guys anyway, so I'm going to probably sew for a little bit. My husband and I have to go over to one of the local dollar stores just down the road later and get one of those Mylar balloons with a little doodad on it, because we're going to take it to the restaurant tonight. But other than that, that's pretty much all we're doing, because the big party's tomorrow. Joe says, I just opened your channel, going to watch a zipper video. Okay. Melissa says, thank you. Yeah, you really should watch, Joe. Melissa has a lot of good instructions. She's very clever. Thank you, Debbie. She says, have a great party. Yeah, I'm going to head out now, guys. So thanks for hanging in there. And thank you for anyone who's stuck with this replay, if you're watching it later on, too, as long as it is. So I'll do another live in 2 weeks, which would be the 19th, I think. And I'll update you whenever whatever is going on. In the meantime, I'll see you guys around on Who's Ever Lives and whatnot. And I'll do like finishing up videos of all of my little winter things and whatever. And I'll put that all together in one video. Okay, bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.